Welcome to the StockMiner.com studios. I'm your StockMiner, Brian Johnson. And we had a pretty flat day for the most part, but right at the end of the day, did you guys see the big move down? Right? Were you watching? Right at the very end of the day. Now, what does that tell us? Look at this. Nothing. It doesn't tell us anything. It's just a move down at the end of the day. It wasn't a big deal. We moved right back into that 10,800 level, but you know what? We've been slowly moving up. I thought I'd try to bring some drama and suspense to the videos, in a way to kind of pull you in and just make you feel a part of it, but we are not going anywhere. Right back to the 20 period moving average, stopped right there. That coincides with the 10,800 level, stopped right there, so nothing really much to talk about at this point. Rest of the week's coming up, coming into month end. We've got this and that and whatever else. I was watching a little bit of CNBC today because I was actually, one of my students tipped me off to the fact that Prechter was on talking about his about the upcoming. Well, I mean, they're still and have been very, very bearish on the markets. What was amazing, I don't know if you guys listened to it at all. You should go try to find it on YouTube. It was actually a pretty good. I thought it was a really good interview. I thought it went really well. But the lady he mentioned that he thought the Dow was going to go to 1,000, not the SPX, the Dow to 1,000, and you should have seen the look on her face when he said the Dow to 1,000. She's like, "We're at 10,000 right now, and you're saying we're going to go to 1,000 in the Dow?" And he's like, yeah, I think that's where we're going to go. Oh, I'm sorry. That just really tickles me. I thought it was hilarious. She could not get off that topic either. She came back to it a couple more times. So you think we're going to 1,000? That's what you're saying. Yeah. Well, this based on this and this, and then of course he laid out his plan. Whether that'll happen, it's anybody's guess. But it's no big secret that Elliott Wave has been extremely bearish on the markets for quite a while. So they're going to stick to it. They're holding to it. And we here at the StockMiner.com are just we're going to wait for the break, okay? I really try hard not to play those games. Elliott Wave, I respect them, I like them, but the charts are what they are. All right, I can find you just as many bullish counts to counter the bearish counts on the Elliott Wave side, and I think the bullish counts are every bit as strong as the Elliott Wave bearish counts. So which one's right? We don't know yet. Do I really care? No. I'm just waiting for breaks. I do know this. If you have a bias, such as if you're going to follow Elliott Wave and you're going to be bearish on the markets, you've probably missed the entire run-up in September because you're so busy being bearish on the markets. Don't get sucked into that. Be able to look at a chart and make your own assessment. If you can't look at a chart and make your own assessment, then take hints, take ideas, keep your mind open to the possibilities of both sides of the story. And obviously, the best thing you can do for yourself, get an education. Really, if you're going to do this and you're going to get serious about this, get yourself an education in this so that you yourself can say, okay, Brian Johnson thinks that we're going to go up or down or whatever. What do I think? When I look at the chart, what do I think? Yeah, I concur. Well, I'm not sure. That's where I want everybody to get to. So, get an education, all right? Overall, if you're going to do this in the long term, really, I want to teach you to fish. So talk to me about the mentoring. And now let's move on with the markets. Anyway, funny anecdote. I thought you guys would enjoy that about the Prechter thing. Really, we went nowhere, guys. Look, back to 10,800. Let's flip right to the daily. You can see what's happening here. A little bit of a pullback in the markets. For those of you that subscribe to my newsletter, you know what the other things I'm looking at, and you can kind of start to see the parallels that I've been drawing with other indices. We'll get to that in the next video for the subscribers. But this little pullback here, exactly that. It's just a pullback at this point. I have to look at it that way. If we start breaking down below these levels, okay, maybe we have something to talk about now from a big crash or a bear side or whatever. But you know what? Right now, none of that. If you want to intraday trade this, great. I would say look for an intraday trade below 10,800 and look for an intraday trade above 10,900. I think it's very clear right here. I love this. Matter of fact, I think it gives us very, very good battle lines to work from. Now, are we going to maybe fall down and then come back up? Yes, so you might have to protect profits during the course of a day. But below 10,800, above 10,900, those are your trades. I'm going to give two to you. I want you guys to be bears or bulls. Just let the chart tell you which way to go. Who cares? Don't get one way or the other and think it has to be bearish or has to be bullish. Keep your mind open here. Let's just look at what the charts are telling us. Below 10,800, above 10,900. NASDAQ on a 60-minute also saw consolidation, a little bit of a drop at the end of the day as everything else did. But look at this, right back to the 20-period moving average. That's the theme for today. You can see it's not moving anywhere. Here, this was a little inside day, so you could call this a little bearish harami. I don't care what you call it. It doesn't really make a difference. Potential reversal candle, just like every one of these other 1,000 potential reversal candles have been on the way up. So let's wait for the break. Above 2025 takes us back into this area. Maybe below 2,000, that might be your opportunity at a little bit of a short. If you're going to do it on the NASDAQ, you know how I feel about that if you've followed me for any length of time. Here it is on a weekly, and it's Monday. You guys know I don't deal with a lot of weekly charts on a Monday. SPX 60-minute, same thing, consolidation. Really struggling with that 1150 mark, but guys, listen. As long as it stays up here, what is it? It's bullish, that's right. As long as it'll hold up here, it's bullish. Okay, so pulling back to the 20-period moving average, just like everything else. Welcome to the theme of the day. Coming back into the daily, putting in a potential reversal candle here, but this is just really small right now. So watching for the break over 1150. So take a little intraday long over 1150. To the short, maybe back below 1135-ish. Ultimately, really, guys, I'd really rather you wait until we get back below maybe 1130. Maybe even 1125. And then we're really watching these areas here. There's a lot of support things are going to have to get through. If the selling comes in hard and heavy, it's going to slice through this like butter. All right, but for the time being, we got to tip our hat to the bulls. The bulls are still in charge right here. We're just slowly grinding our way up, but that doesn't mean we can't go higher. If you don't believe me, reference February through about May here on a daily, and you'll see that it was just a slow grind up. That might happen here. So Monday on a weekly, not going to talk about it. However, keep in mind we are up and over this 1130-ish area that we broke and held above last week. VIX going nowhere. It was up 4% today, while the market was down about 0.5% today, but whatever. We're still sideways. We're not going anywhere. Let's just wait. Below this green line and above that blue line. Honestly, from a VIX standpoint, I'm just at a point where instead of, talking about it every single day, let's wait for breaks above the blue line, breaks below the green line, for fear to either come in or go out of the market. Let's just let it make its mind up for us. Same thing on a weekly. Sideways here on the VIX. Let's make it prove it to us. Get above some of these upper levels. Apple on a 60-minute actually was down. Gasp. Today, $1.16. Wow, that's nowhere. So nothing going on here in the markets. A little bit of a pullback. This is a potential bearish engulfing pattern, and everybody's going to go, oh, here we go, big drop back on Apple. Maybe, right? Maybe back below 290 might be a place to start looking for a potential intraday short on Apple. But yeah, you really want to be careful up here. Okay, there's just nothing here that says go short, except this is up too high, so it's got to come back to earth. And that is absolutely no way to trade. Please don't do that. Please don't do that, okay? Have a logical reason for why you're shorting a stock or going long a stock, but never go under the pretense of this thing is up too far, it has to come down, or this thing is down too far, it has to come back up. That is a great way to blow up your account. Have a solid reason for why you get in and out of things. And so below 290, might want to look at something back into the 288 or even below level. Eventually, I think we may come back to test this 280 area. Just got to make sure it's going to hold. I think even Apple wants to know if it's going to hold. Weekly, okay, Monday I'm not going to deal with it. FAS on a 60-minute. Sideways all day long, little drop at the end of the day, but no trading really within these triple ETFs today. Look at this, sideways, nowhere. Most of this candle came at the last part of the day, giving us absolutely nothing to trade. So if you're an FAS, FAZ fan, there really wasn't anything for you to do today, but watch paint dry, and that's kind of what we saw here. I mean, maybe take a small trade at the end of the day, but very speculative on my part. I'd have just sat it out. Let it do what it's going to do. Still looking for those areas we were talking about from an intraday standpoint, guys, up and over maybe that 1340-ish area, 1350-ish area. You might be able to pull a quarter out of it. Otherwise, back below 1275, probably for a short in that area. Outside of that, that's it for the day, guys. Not much more to talk about. I think we discussed it all. Nothing is broken here from a bull standpoint. I'm looking at the chart here trying to make something up, and I just can't. It just is what it is. So here we are pulling right back into what should act as support. We'll see if that or if that holds into the rest of the week. For my subscribers, we'll see you in the next video, the subscribers video. I'll go into a lot more detail. If you like my daily charts, try the subscribers video. It's $15 a month, not a week, not a day. $15 a month to try it out. Lot more lines. If you like these trend lines and you find these useful, man, I've got a lot more lines, and I cover a lot more of the market in my subscriber videos. It's all that value-added stuff that people tend to like when they pay money for things, so I try to give them that. So if you give it a shot, see what you think of it. I don't commit you to a 6-month or anything. If you don't like it after a month, you can quit. It's not a big deal. Just give it a whirl, see what you think. All right, see you guys again tomorrow night. Watch these levels we were talking about for potential breaks one way or the other. Otherwise, neutral to bullish. I've got to stay that way until the charts tell me otherwise. See you tomorrow. Bye.